it's Lisa, and I am here today with a quick wrap-up and a book haul. So this month I participated in 3 read-alongs. Certain BookTube members have book clubs on Goodreads that you can go and join, and I've decided to pick 3 of those this month and read those books. It's been really great. I really enjoy not only reading the books that everyone else is reading in the book club, but then discussing them with people so you can have somebody to talk to about it. Buddy reading is really awesome. Book clubs are awesome. So the first book that I read this month was actually an audiobook, and it's Since We Fell by LaHane. This book was with Krista at BooksAndJams, and her title of her book club is Books and Jams Read Along. So this, like I said, I read on audiobook in my car, and it has brought back the love of audiobooks to me. And I think one of the things is I don't realize how much I'm in my car, running around, doing errands, this and that. And so I was able to finish it in about a week or so. My commute to work is not long, but I enjoyed this book very much. I'm wondering if I would have liked it as much if I had read the book. But on audio, the narrator was fabulous, and it was just very suspenseful. A typical mystery kind of read, whodunit, and a lot of surprises along the way. So I would definitely recommend this one. Like I said, the audio version was fantastic. Another book I read this month with the book club is Night Road by Kristin. And this was with Lisa at Books and Smiles, and her Goodreads group is just Lisa's Buddy Reads. And this book, oh my gosh, guys. So Kristin is just fabulous. Anything I've ever read from her is fabulous. She's just a really great writer, and I enjoy her stories. On the other hand, they bring a lot of emotion and a lot of drama. So this one in particular was about a wealthy family who had a set of twins, and they befriended another girl who wasn't as wealthy, and something happens on the night road, and it changes the story dramatically. And there are so many twists and turns and so much craziness going on in this book. All the feels. It was crazy. I enjoyed it so much, but like I said, very emotional read, especially for a mom whose son just got his license. My son just got his he just turned 16 and a half and got his license, so he's like driving around, and I'm pretty much freaking out all the time, worrying about him, you know, the typical I trust you driving, it's everyone else I don't trust kind of thing. But he's doing a great job so far, and I'm doing a lot more praying, so there's that. Excellent book, Lisa. I absolutely love Kristin. I hope we get to read her more in the future. And then finally, I read Little Deaths by Flint, and I do have that book with me. And this was with April at GettingHyggeWithIt. And her book club's called the Dying to Read Book Club. And I love the idea of her book club, and I found her through my friend Krista. And I just love the idea of reading, you know, thrillers or horrors, or kind of, you know, dying to read. You get it. So anyway, this was my least favorite book, only because it was just too hard for me. It was about 2 children who were abducted and brutally murdered, and it was just a hard read. Again, a whodunit, you know, who killed the kids kind of thing. But when I was reading it, I was just not happy with the story. I did not want to be reading this story. You see so much on the news already, and so to read it in a book, it was just hard. But the writing was good, and I think I gave it 3 stars, so not too bad. Anxious to read with April in the future. I think she has a really great one picked for December, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that one up and read that along with her. So I actually went to a library sale this month and was able to pick out quite a few books. I got there first thing in the morning and just started grabbing books. Before I went, I decided to look at my Goodreads list, and there are so many books on my Goodreads list, and I'm like, if I could find some of those books, that would be awesome. And, you know, check some of those books off before, you know, keep adding more books to my to-read list. But anyway, this month I also celebrated my 20-year anniversary with my husband. We've been married 20 years, and we went away for about 4 or 5 days. And the odd thing with me is that I did not bring a book. I didn't bring anything to read. Yeah, I did think we were doing that, but we kind of like took a laid back version of it all, and we did a few things, but we mostly just hung out, rested, regrouped. We just really needed something like that. But while we were there, there were outlets close by. And one book I did pick up there was Seraphina and the Black Cloak, Robert Beatty. Now, I've heard about this book a lot, and I was happy to find it was only like a couple of bucks. So I'm like, okay, this is the only book I found at that bookstore. So there wasn't much of a selection, or there was, and there wasn't anything that I was looking for. I wonder if I'm getting really picky about books these days. For me to buy a book, I have to really, really want it. And then I see if I can get it any other way besides buying full price on Amazon. So I'm doing really good at that. For the library sale, I grabbed another Kristin Hannah book, Fly Away. And I just love the color. Not a big bird person, but the colors on the front are really pretty. And I know just by reading the back that this is going to be a really good Kristin Hannah book. The next book I grabbed from the library is Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. And I haven't read any books by him yet, though I own several. This is a grouping of short stories. So I think maybe I could read this first and get an idea of his writing. And reading the short stories would be easy to just, you know, look in on and see if I like them so much. Another book that I grabbed that I never heard anything about is called Raven Black by Anne Cleves. And it is a thriller. And it looks interesting, and it was a winner of a Dagger Award, so I'm going to go ahead and give this one a try. Another bird book. I don't know. Maybe it's the Halloween thing I'm still hanging on to, you know, trying to find some thriller, creepy books. I don't know. But I love the cover on this, too, and it looks amazing. I borrowed from the library at one point The River at Night by Erica Franick. And I started listening to it on audiobook and then got caught up in some things and didn't get to finish it before I had to return it. So when I saw this, I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up. I did enjoy the story while I was listening to it. A group of girls go away on vacation together, and some things happen in the woods that they are not in control of. And it's just another thriller that looks kind of fun and interesting. Another book that I've seen so much that I've been wanting to read is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. And I've been wanting a copy of this so that I could read it. It takes place in Italy. And so I have a lot of family that are Italian and looking at this book to read to see how good it is. They're going to get my opinion from it for sure. So it's supposed to be a beautiful book, and I think there are books after this one that are part of a series maybe. So when I saw this, I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get it. And then finally, I was just browsing through the graphic novels, not really wanting to pick up anything. The past few that I've read, I haven't liked. But I did find the first episode, Volume 1 of The Walking Dead. I am a huge fan of this show, although I have to say this season so far I'm not loving so much. I'm kind of bored and not really enjoying the story. People's characters are changing, and I hope it gets better because I love the characters and I'm sticking with it. And I hope that they could bring it, you know, the next is one more episode or two before the season, you know, break. So hopefully I will continue watching that, but I am excited to read this first one. If I like it, I'm going to go ahead and collect them because I am a huge fan of the show and maybe now the graphic novels. So that's all I have for you. I'm participating in a Secret Santa, I think it's called Bookstagram Secret Santa, and I've only signed up for one this year. Last year I did a different one, but I am excited by my ideas for that, and I hope to be able to share that with you eventually. I did place an order with Book Outlet when they had their Black Friday sale. So, was it Black Friday or Cyber Monday? I don't remember. but I'll be able to share those books with you as well in the near future when I receive that shipment. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Enjoy this month of festivities. Take care. Bye-bye.